Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is the Bobbi Jo and the Sheena show. And we just love talking about mindset stuff. We just love just rising in our greatness and where we are. And what did I just say? What the subject was going to be?
Meeting ourselves where we are.
Yeah,
I mean, this
take
is
it.
a huge one for me because I think, I always met myself where I was. And I remember whenever I went for one of my pharmaceutical interviews and he said to me, what drives you, Sheena? And I just looked at him and I went, well, me, happiness. What else is there? I literally didn't, he thought I was going to say money or I want this, that, or the other. And I was just like, well, I've always just, if I don't like it, I'll just move on to the next thing. And I'm just always looking for happiness, and happiness is where I was. But then when I started personal development, and then I realized that we were bigger and greater, and it's all this, all well and good. So your mind goes off, and it's like, yeah, I can have this, I can be a millionaire, I can do this, that, and the other. But you came with a body mind, and the body is an instrument of the mind, and the body came pre-programmed. I mean, it's all a story, it's not really like that, but it gives you an idea. And what I realized was the separation in my belief system, and that caused so much. I'm
Hmm.
not saying it's wrong actually, Bobby Joe, because maybe that's what it was, is that setting the goals so high that you literally bombed out underneath here, and that
Hmm.
actually coming crashing down is actually maybe one of the biggest gifts I gave myself. And so it's just really whenever we can. But what I want to do now is to help people meet themselves exactly where they are, rather
Yes.
than trying to, do this like big leap. Oh, I'm a millionaire, but actually, okay, you can be a millionaire, but what's the next step you're going to take?
Yeah. So is that, which I just want to make sure I'm understanding you. So like it's like almost like a belief. If if you're making $100 a week, you just can't get up to $100 million status or $1 million, right? So it's like, how about going for like the 100, 1,000 and building that way? So each belief and acceptance of where
Yeah, so
you're at.
it's to give yourself some confidence. I think that, I've seen other people do it and they built it in their steps. So they went up their steps really, really fast. Whereas I assumed actually that, and there's nothing wrong with assuming that actually I could go from zero to hero in one big step. But actually that looks like that on the outside. But in the inside, it's almost like, that belief, and gaining the confidence of yourself inside. So just for an example, one of my clients was talking about, because I believe that you can heal yourself, but I'll still take tablets because it would cause me too much resistance to not take a tablet.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And then I would probably make myself iller because, and so she's talking about, like losing weight and stuff, and maybe a pain in her knee or something. And I'd say, well, take the tablet. It's your permission slip for the
Hmm.
relief of your pain. But no, it is not the tablet that is doing it. It is you giving the tablet the power to do it for you. And when we can come from that sort of line of thinking, at least she's doing something. Whereas if we decided, right, I'm not taking the tablet at all, and you're in so much pain, where's the belief? You sort of, I don't know, you sort of trip
Yeah.
yourself up a little bit. So meet yourself where you are and grow from there. And maybe like, maybe you're taking a medication and you just, you take it back a bit, you take it back a bit, you take it back a bit, you take it back a bit,
Hmm.
you take it back a bit. And your goal is to get off the medication completely. But if you did it all in one go, you'd trip yourself over, wouldn't you? So
Yeah, the
that's just
floor.
what I've learned about myself anyway.
When you say that, I feel like the floor falls out from underneath you when that happens. And what I was thinking is that some people do go from zero to a million, and we're really not talking about money. We're just talking about anything that you really desire in your life. And it seems like most people are motivated by money. Um, but that those people who can do that, there was belief systems that were already there. And so it's like that Rubik's Cube that they kind of just figured it out quicker or had already some tools that like I feel like we didn't have. Like we had crack. I feel like I can't speak for you actually, but I feel like I had definitely had a cracked foundation. As each year I got taller and taller and taller, say, you build. I had a cracked foundation of worthiness and belief and love in me. And so how could I meet myself where I'm destined to be if I don't have those tools and that foundation? So I want to look at my notes for this. Yeah, and what you said earlier before we came on here today is you're like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. Yes, that we need to have the acceptance exactly where we're at. Like we're always looking outside of ourselves, being, like we always say the should haves. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And we do that. We do that with ourselves, yet we think, oh, I should be here and I should be there. But how about acceptance? Acceptance today where we're at, and knowing that just one foot in front of the other makes you stronger in repairing that cracked foundation. And what else did I have say that? I wrote acceptance of the greatness that we are now and that it's not outside of ourselves. So
Mm.
as Sheena's writing notes too, like that's what happens because I'll just forget. I really want to pay attention to Sheena and what she's saying. So on the side, I'll write little notes I can come back to. Otherwise, I'll be like, what was that? So that is all I think I really have to say. And I'll tie this up. It's just, yeah, like what is it you truly want? Why? And I got to tell you this, and I've said this before, people. Every person I've worked with, what they start out with and where they end in a year, sometimes even in a year, they still don't know exactly what they want. That doesn't mean you shouldn't hire me. It's just that there was so many paradigms on top of you that you had to shovel through the bullshit. You didn't even want what you really wanted, and you really just didn't even know yourself because you've just been reactive by your family, by your society, by your culture, by your country. And let me tell you, like, there's so many layers around you that it's so hard to just dig within and find what really makes you shine. And we're all at different places, and we love to say it. We have a thing on that, bloom where you are. And
Bloom
so
where you
that's it. You
stand.
really got to know yourself and not look outside of yourself and just have that belief of what you want. And then what I hear all the time is, I don't know what I want. And so I'll say, well, do you want to be a lifeguard? No. Do you want to be a NASCAR driver? No. Do you want to be a lawyer? No. So you can start with things like that. And what it is, just find the joy. What sparks you every day before you go to bed? Write down 3 things that truly inspired or made you happy. Maybe giving. I think it's all about serving, and that is it. Those who are self-serving are the most miserable. Boom, drop the mic, people, because that is so true. I find the more I give and the more I'm serving, and that's that whole laws of cause and effect here. It's the so much to say, but I like keep it under that. That's all I have to say, Sheena. Why don't you end it?
Well, here's a little phrase that came through this morning. It says, I was always trying to be better instead of marveling the way things are right now. That appreciation is growth itself. So meet yourself exactly where you are. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be whatever. Just meet yourself where you are and love yourself exactly where you are. And then let's see what happens. To me, it's pure joy, but there you go. So remember to subscribe, click, like, send this on to somebody who may need to hear this. Perhaps you're trying too hard to get. And as
Mm.
Bobbi Jo said, listen, if you're feeling down today, go serve somebody some happiness.
Take it out of yourself, call a friend, write a good letter to somebody about all the things you love about them and make inspire their day and send it in the mail. That's snail mail. So we don't even do that anymore. Everyone have a great day. We love y'all and we'll see you soon.
See
Namaste.
ya. Bye.